of course, there are many ways to actually make money outside, and Suraya did mention active and passive. Okay, and one of the reasons why I chose Nu Skin, because I know on the first day on the onset of when Nu Skin stepped into Singapore, right, 15 years ago, I wanted to pursue passive income. And I know this is a very good vehicle to actually provide passive income. Of course, that said, a lot of people say, Onggi, you're very lucky. You joined when Nu Skin opened. Sorry, I didn't join when Nu Skin opened. Okay, I joined only 1 month after Nu Skin opened. It took me 1 month to actually evaluate Nu Skin. A lot of people, you are still very lucky. You joined when Nu Skin opened after 1 month. But I need to say one thing, okay? Doesn't mean you join early, you will succeed. Am I right? A lot of people ahead of me, they join. So many people ahead of me join Nu Skin, but at the end of the day, they didn't succeed. Okay, why did they not succeed? Not because they fail. I never said they fail. Okay, why did they give up? There's no thing such thing as a failure in Nu Skin. They give up. The reason why they give up is because they are not clear what are they getting into. On the reverse, I'm very clear, I'm very focused, because I'm pursuing this thing called passive income. And why do I need passive income? For 3 things. First, for money. Okay? A lot of it, at the end of the day, I can tell you very good things about Nu Skin. I can tell you Nu Skin doing money. I tell you, all of you are not interested. Am I right? Singaporeans very practical, Yes or no? Are you sure or not? Yes or no? Some people say no. Yes lah, okay. And of course, we also wanted this thing called time. Am I right? You can make a lot of money outside, but if you are earning active income, in Chinese we say, 手停, 口停, you are making active income. Okay? Very simple. You see, I have some friends who are doing real estate, who are doing financial planning. I'm not targeting them. I'm just giving you an example. Or you're running a small business. They also got incentive trips. A lot of people tell me, Mr. Ong, you also go holiday, we also go holiday. Very simple. I did mention, if you go for holiday, a few things happen to you. It means that you're not really having time freedom. When you're on holiday, and instead of to think about your work and in the office, then you're not having time freedom. When you're on holiday, okay, your next month your income drop, you're not having time freedom. I was suffering like that when I was insurance agent. Just now, Surya did mention I was a round table agent. Every year I get to travel. Okay, company also sponsor us. But every time I travel, I 心惊胆跳. The more I go, the longer I go for a holiday, right, the more I'm away from work. And you know how I'm paid? I'm paid as a commission agent. If I don't close case, I don't get income. Am I right? So I don't like this kind of feeling. Let me say, you are going for holiday, you're not really happy, right? Am I right? Some of my friends who are bosses, when they're on holiday, right, they come back, the power of works in the desk. Okay, so this is not what we want. Okay, and not only this, when you're on holiday, you know what kind of holiday you have. Is it a budget holiday or very good holiday? Am I right? If it's a budget holiday, that means that you really need Nu Skin. And of course, the last thing is lifestyle. Okay, we do Nu Skin because it can actually give us this, and because of passive income. And I like this picture because I did show this picture before. Okay, like many of the generation, if your parents are working, you better start a business. Let me repeat again. If your parents and your grandparents are working, you better start a business. Why must you start a business? Very simple. Let me ask you a question. Who here remember your grandpa's name? Raise your hand. 爷爷啦，爷爷的名字。Who here remember your 爷爷名字? Raise your hand. Grandpa. You know what's called grandpa? 4 generation upline. Anybody remember? Don't have. One, you see, only one out of so many people. It means that this 爷爷 must be somebody. Agree? Well, I put it very practically lah. Okay, why you didn't remember your 爷爷 name? Because your 爷爷 didn't every month give you some money. If your 爷爷 every month in your bank account, okay, don't care what bank account, every month give you 10,000 Singapore dollar. Boom! Am I right? 准 on the 20th of the month, 10,000 credit to your bank. Will you remember him? Will you remember him? Were you on Qing Ming going, wow? Will you? Why? Because your 爷爷 didn't do a business. Am I right? If your 爷爷 owns CK Tang, do you still remember him? Oh, am I right? If your 爷爷 is Li Ka-shing, will you remember him? Die already, you still go and bye. Am I right? I'm not saying I'm not saying he died. I just give you an example. So you must understand one thing. Why must you do Nu Skin? You cannot do other business. If you do other business and it cannot pass on, right, okay, you are not doing it right. I always have to give this example. The old friends bear with me, okay, for the benefit of new friends. Anybody play this Monopoly before? Raise your hand. Okay, all know the rules. So me and Suraya, we play this game now. Okay, what's the rule of the game? Throw the dice, run around the Monopoly. Am I right? Yes. Suraya is a smart girl. Okay, I a very gundu person. Every time I throw the dice, normally if you're a hardworking employee, when you throw the dice, what must you do? What do you hope for? You hope for 1 or hope for 6? Why 6? So you can run faster, right? What's the purpose of running faster? So you can come back to go and collect your paycheck. How much are you paid when you play this game? Wow, so good. My time $200 only. Inflation, okay? Don't care whether 200, 2,000. I, as a typical employee, I throw the what? Dice. I hope the run to go and collect 2,000. Suraya is a very smart girl. She didn't want to throw 6. She want to throw number 1. Why? Buy the nearest property as soon as possible. Am I right? Let me ask you a question. When we play the game, okay, you know how the rules go. Play a few rounds. Okay, Suraya go around the Monopoly board. Accumulating assets. I go around running like a dog like that. Going after the goal to collect paycheck. One of these days, one fine day, I land on a property. What must I do? Pay rent, right? Am I right? Let me ask you a question. When I pay rent, the money is not that big. We call Am I right? I'm an accountant. $10, I keep the change. Am I right? Am I right? I'm not saying accountant how accountant tatas, okay? Education, okay? Then after a while later, I continue running. Suraya continue running. Guess what? A few rounds later, you will see some of the land I start to have green properties. Am I right? Am I right? Same property, but now the renter goes up in price. So the 包租婆 come already. Am I right? She's a 包租婆. She don't look like but she is. Okay. So when she come, what must I do? Land on the same property, what must I do? Pay her money, right? This time now, let me ask you a question. The renter, is it more expensive? And she tell me what? She told me, now not $10 anymore. Now 200. I said, what? 200? How come? All the landlords will say the same reason one. Upgraded law. Am I right? So as an engineer, I said, pinch a little bit, have to pay more but I said, it's okay I still can afford. A few more rounds later, when all the green properties are turned to red properties, what happened? Same property? Yeah, Suraya the 包租婆 say, 笑了. Same property, now it's not 200, now it's 2,000 already, am I right? Wow, what used to be 1% of my this income now become 50%. I think 笑了. So this time now, I have to be a little bit careful already. I have to analyze the situation, am I right? Analyze the situation with the Monopoly board, you start to ask yourself, where can I have free things? Am I right? So you start to throw your dice, you have to be very careful, am I right? You go aim for pre-parking am I right? You go to the railroad law, the cemetery just close down one, am I right? Go there, bring your friends there, bring your family there free, am I right? You start to do a lot of free things. After that, what do? They finally got the idea. I decided to go to jail. Every time you want to go to the one, please let me go to jail, please. Because you know the rules of the game, when you go to jail, miss 2 turn. Miss 2 turn, no need to come out. Because outside, 很风险, today. Inside, got government take care of you, am I right? Am I right? But guess what? The jail now, the prison is full house already. Eventually, you still have to come out. So eventually, after a few more rounds, what happened to you? Answer is bankrupt. I always have to use this as an example, as an illustration. A lot of people may laugh, no. Since young, we already taught the rules of the game already. Okay, this is life. If you are not accumulating assets, at the end of the day, you become victim of life. You'll be paying money to the landlord. A lot of people think that, Mr. Ong, I'm doing business, so what? Sorry, you're not doing business. You're paying rental to the landlord. Am I right? Every month you have to pay rental, no? Okay, whether your business do well or don't do well, you have to pay money. Am I right? So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself whether we are doing Nu Skin or not. You have to ask yourself, are you building asset or are you having like this income? If you go for income, you'll be like me. Another thing is that you must understand one thing. We are not using money to actually time to make money. We are using asset to make money. And in order for you to actually change your life, right, this thing must change. 15 years ago, this thing changed my life. Okay, that's the reason why I have a different lifestyle. Okay, 15 years ago, right, I was having this kind of financial statement. You don't need to be an accountant, okay, but you need simple IQ to understand this. Very simple. A lot of people focus their attention on the job, like the Monopoly board. If you focus on the attention on the board, right, typically you have more expenses. Am I right? At the end of the day, right, you realize 钱不够用. You have to balance your paycheck. We call it the bank account every month. But how do you become rich? You shift your attention to this column called the assets. Okay, you don't need to be an accountant, but you just understand this. Okay, you need to spend time creating assets. And guess what? Nu Skin is an asset. So for that, I think we should give Nu Skin a big hand to thank them to give us this opportunity. Because it allows you immediately to become a rich person. Okay, it allows you immediately to adopt the earning pattern of the rich. Okay, it's only by learning the earning pattern of rich, right, can you become rich. And of course, let's take a look. A lot of people say to be fair, okay, let's do a comparison. Why should you do Nu Skin? There are a few ways of generating passive income. Yes or no? Yes or no? Paper assets, real estate, business, and Nu Skin. Let's take a look. I'm a very fair person. These are facts. Let's take a look. Assuming you have $4,000 of passive income every month. Is it good? Don't look down on this 4,000. A lot of people say, I make 40,000, I'm a surgeon. But you don't understand. Your 40,000, you have to work hard. My 4,000, I don't have to appear in my business. Understand what I'm saying? you have to understand the difference. If you don't understand the difference, you have your whole life working for nothing. 4,000 per month passive income, let's take a look. In order for you to generate this 4,000 per month passive income, right, assuming you have to get it from your paper assets. Paper assets are a lot, whether stock, dividends, interest, whatever. Assuming let's put this, you want to get 4,000 per month interest rate. Do you know that you have to put first and foremost 1.6 million into the banks? Am I right? If you don't put money into the bank, straight away ask the banks to give you 4,000 per month. You know what is that called? That's called broad daylight robbery. Am I right? So, do you think putting 1.6 million into the bank, is it easy? Is it easy? I can tell you it's not easy, okay? And if you can do that, right, all the banks will love you, okay? Second way, okay, you can, like me, like myself, okay, I also invest in real estate, okay, but the important thing is that it's not easy also. In order for you to generate, based on Singapore context, 4,000 rental income, okay, you need to buy 1.5 million. This is still accurate, even though the property prices have softened. You need to buy equivalent condominium, 1.5 million of value of a condominium. Rent it out, then it can give you $4,000 per month rental. But please bear in mind, okay, this 4,000 rental is not net rental. Am I right? Am I right? Typically, most people, right, okay, have to actually buy what? Have to pay for mortgage loan. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. So think about this. Do you think it's easy? I can tell you it's not easy. Okay, if you are doing renting, you have a lot of headaches. Okay, don't just believe all those people. I will tell you it's easy to rent. I used to believe them, but until now, I bought so many properties that I realized not so simple. Okay, not that simple. Okay. And of course, how about business? A lot of people say, Mr. Ong, I want to do my own business. I ever thought like you, I want to do my business. But I did one thing right. I look at the statistics. These are the facts, okay, in USA, because USA is an entrepreneur nation, am I right? Most of the big brands are started from there. Okay, Singapore is also going to be more entrepreneurial. But important thing, you must look at the numbers. I believe the numbers are similar to Singapore. You guess what? Oh, all the companies who first started, right? Hey, only 44% of the new startup must survive 4 years. 49%, half of them must survive 5 years. Okay? 69% of them, of course, survive 2 years. But you look at the numbers, after 7 years, right, only 1/3 of the company, right, survive. In other words, every 10 companies that start up, 7 will fail. You may harbor the dreams of starting own business, but at the end of the 7 years, right, you are a company or one of the 7 companies to go belly up. Sorry, no. You didn't drag yourself down, no. You drag your whole family with you. To you, do you think it's worth it? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure. You can decide for yourself. But let's take a look at Nu Skin. Nu Skin is not that difficult as most people think. How to create 4,000 passive income? You just need to find 5 able person like you, 5 like-minded person like you who want to actually do well in life. Is it difficult? Who think finding 5% in Singapore is possible? Raise your hand. Okay? If you cannot raise your hand, that means that you have to go to another country. Okay? Don't worry. I'm talking about not only in Singapore. I'm talking the whole world. Can you find one Singaporean, one Malaysian, one Indonesian, one Japanese, one China person? Can you? Can you? Can we say that you don't do it this year? Can we do 5 years later to actually create this? Is it possible? Very possible. Who think this is easier to do rather than putting 1.6 million in the bank? Raise your hands. I can tell you this is much easier and there's no limit. Okay, there's no limit how many people you can sponsor in the business. Okay?